The coronavirus outbreak has now claimed the lives of more than 12,000 Americans, and federal health officials fear this week may be the worst one yet for the U.S. Good evening, and thanks for joining us for Fox 16 News. I'm Kevin Kelly.
I'm Donna Terrell. Washington correspondent Morgan Wright spoke with Dr. Anthony Fauci at the White House as the nation continues to struggle in the fight against COVID-19.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says even though the worst is yet to come, there are signs of progress in the country's fight against the coronavirus.
The next week, we're going to see a spike, as we're seeing even today, in deaths throughout the country, particularly in the hotspot areas like New York. But simultaneous with that, we're starting to see some, cautiously optimistic type signs.
Fauci says Americans' efforts to keep social distance will limit new cases and decrease deaths.
No crowds more than 10 people, 6 feet away, avoid crowded places, telework when you can. Those are the kind of things that if we keep doing, we're going to see an even greater impact.
And he says the country must stay the course to beat back the virus.
That's the reason why we need to keep, as I say, putting our foot on the accelerator and not on the brake.
The federal social distancing guidelines are currently planned to continue until April 30th, but Fauci says they could be extended.
We hope that the April 30th deadline will be long enough, but again, as I've said, the virus determines the timetable, not us.
After that, Fauci says leaders can reevaluate and may take a more tailored approach.
We're a big country, and there's a big difference between what's going on in New York and in New Orleans and what's going on in Omaha, Nebraska.
But no matter what, Dr. Fauci says everyone, everywhere, should be operating under physical separation guidelines. Reporting in Washington, I'm Morgan Wright.